Good morning, guys. Oh my god, that was so much enthusiasm. Like, I'm not sure what time it is wherever you are and you're watching this, but right now it is 6:25 in the morning on Wednesday, February the 19th, and I was sitting here looking at my planner and I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's already week 8 of the year, week 8 out of 52, which is crazy. I feel like I was just celebrating New Year's. I've been thinking a lot on some new directions for the channel, and it's interesting to me because I started this channel a few years ago just for fun, to start showcasing different parts about Hawaii. It's been a complete blessing, and I've noticed I have definitely been neglecting it in the past few months, and I think I've just got to get back into the 100 videos. And for those of you who've never heard of this before, I followed it from one of my favorite YouTubers. They said that you should, when you're first starting with YouTube or any sort of content creation, the most important thing is to get the reps in. So those reps would be making videos, whether it's shorts like this one or long form video or whatever it is. You need to make 100 of them before you decide if you're good at something or not. And what's super interesting is I've realized that creating videos and creating content is a lot. It's kind of like a muscle, and if you stop doing it, it can be really hard to get back into the swing of things. And next thing you know, it's been like 8 weeks since the beginning of the year, which to me is absolutely insane. So I'm gonna get back into the swing of things and doing this 100 video challenge where you make 100 videos and you don't really think in terms of nitpicking everything. And I've realized, at least for me, perfectionism got the best of me for a while. I would put all this time, effort, and energy into all these videos, and maybe the video that I thought for sure was going to get a lot of views, a lot of engagement, didn't really get what I had envisioned in my head. So then I would get really hard on myself. And if you've compared YouTube videos with short form content, like the one I'm making now, shorts, it's a lot easier to make shorts than it is to make a full long form YouTube video. To make a YouTube video can take a day depending on what you're trying to convey, because you want to keep it interesting, you want to be informative or funny, however you want to do it. You've got a script, you've got to think of angles, you've got to do editing, whereas a short can be done a lot quicker and shorter. Okay, anyway, so I've decided that I'm gonna go back into the 100 videos phase. And so when I first started my YouTube channel a few years ago, and if you don't know me in real life, I actually, years ago, when I was like a kid, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I wanted to be a news anchor for the longest time, and I never was. So when everything was shut down here in Hawaii and I was making a YouTube channel, in my head I was kind of like, oh, it's like I'm that little girl I was back in the day wanting to be a news anchor, but instead of a news anchor, it was like a news show or a show of Hawaii. Anyway, I really enjoyed it, and I realized what happened was I kind of fell out of love with it. Like, I let a lot of external events, whether it was a new job, dating, family, friends, just anything that was not involved in Yes to Hawaii, I would let that impact me, and I would not want to show up on camera. I would be having a really bad day, and maybe my skin wasn't doing the best thing, and I would create a video and there'd be this one Brad or Chad who would comment, oh, you look terrible, and I'm just like, what the heck? And it wasn't that person said anything. It really wasn't. It was the fact that I think I was not in the headspace to where I would let that roll off me. And when I first started my channel, I didn't really care what anybody said or thought or anything, because in my head, one of my favorite YouTubers, they said, before you take YouTube seriously, or before you can consider yourself like a YouTuber, you want to get past the cringe. So the cringe is where when somebody says, oh, like, do you create content? If you can say the words, I'm a YouTuber, without that ick, like that ick feeling, that's when you know you've arrived, if you will. And they said that to get to that point, you have to put in the reps. You have to make 100 videos, and you can't, I'm getting chills, oh my gosh. You have to put in the reps and realize that the reason that you feel that cringe is because I hate to admit it, but you don't think what you have to say is important. You're afraid to be seen, whether that's showing up on camera, whether that's people from your high school back in the day seeing you, being like, oh my God, she's creating content. Who does she think she is? But that video that I watched, he said, make 100 videos, put in the reps, don't even start looking at your music, don't start ripping yourself apart, don't start anything, just literally make 100 videos, 100. And then on the 101st video, that's when you can start looking at your analytics and getting real in the weeds in it. And he said that the reason for that is because a lot of people will make 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 videos and then get really in the weeds with their analytics and this and that, but they haven't focused on the whole point of creating content is storytelling and creating a really informative storyline or funny storyline or whatever it is to where you're keeping people engaged and wanting to watch the video. They get too in the weeds with the tech part, but they don't really focus on the key thing, which is how to make a good video, whether that's, lighting, whether that's camera work, whether that's a good hook, or just having confidence to speak to essentially a little box and remember that on the other side of that box is a person who's sitting. And I realized that that's what I've been doing, and I had shied away from YouTube for a bit, and perfectionism got the best of me. And I would like to say thanks for everybody who has been, here with me since the start. I've kept a lot of my old videos up because those keep you humble, man. Like, when you think you're doing something, you gotta keep those videos up, and you can't be hiding the videos where you're like stuttering. And I remember when me and my friend Gabby, we used to make videos. I made a video at the International Marketplace using my phone and a mic, which I bought for $20 on Amazon, and I didn't even know about like wireless mics or like what to choose. I just chose the cheapest one just to like get it out there. And I remember, God bless this girl, she helped me film some of my intros, and there we were, like me stuttering on camera, and like she was so supportive. Girl, if you're watching this, I love you. As I had this like 10-foot cord attached to a cell phone, and it was a cluster. But the key point was, you got to make 100 videos. That way you get used to the reps of talking to the camera and just kind of thinking of each piece of content as like a lottery ticket, where you don't really know how it's gonna land, but you just keep trying anyway. And through that, you start to realize like what your audience likes, what you like to create, what works, what doesn't. And I think because of perfectionism, I was looking at my past year's videos for the past 2024, and a lot of them are Waikiki Now videos, which are great, but they aren't really the forward-facing camera videos that I was used to making, because I realized I have this huge insecurity with my skin. So when my skin doesn't look good, like my acne's flaring up or like anything, I just don't want to be on camera. And for my Swifties, I was watching a really good video, and Taylor Swift is on it, and she is an amazing artist, amazing musician. And in the video, it was explaining how people were picking her apart, but she's like just minding her business and just like existing. She's not harming anybody. She's just creating, and she just lets that roll off her back. She fills up stadiums, and she went through a breakup, a very public breakup, and she still showed up because she had people depending on her. And I realized I need to embody that, and that's what I used to have before all this. So I'm getting back into the 100 videos, which is, I'm not gonna pick apart what I have in my videos until I've made 100. I'm essentially starting over from scratch, and I want to follow through and be more disciplined with this. And that video, it can be about anything. So today's video is just like a, hey guys, hey, what's up? How's it going? Hi. And this video, to reduce as much friction as possible, I'm filming this on my phone. I've got like a small light, which super small, because as you can tell, it is dark because it is 6:30 in the morning, but I want to get a good early start for the day. And I'm not even using a mic. I'm just getting used to talking to you guys on camera and just telling you what's up, because if you've been following the channel for a bit, thank you. Like, let's get back into it, guys. And just throwing this out there, I'm still gonna be making Hawaii content, don't worry. I'm gonna try to keep this kind of stuff where it's like more personable on the short side, and then Hawaii stuff on the long form side.